relevance, innovation, and impact. As more and more BAP chapters engage in inclusive leadership, these three factors differentiate Lambda Media's inclusive leadership program from the rest. Although being 10,000 miles away from the US, our chapter is still inspired to make a tangible difference, being driven to leave a global footprint in inclusive leadership. Hi, I'm Kate.
Hi, I'm Christian.
Hi, I'm Ella.
Hi, I'm Tom.
And we're from the Lambda Media chapter at the University of Sydney. Our chapter is here to present to you our three-stage 2023 D&I case competition program and share with you our successful journey of transforming the initial abstract into the largest and most interactive inclusive leadership program in our chapter's 15-year history. Firstly, as pitched in our abstract, we have three overarching objectives in creating this event. Firstly, relevance. By modeling the program around the 5 R's of reflection framework, we aim to create a holistic, reflective experience of learning about two of the corporate D&I hot topics of this year, gender inclusivity and the pros and cons of continuing a flexible working policy. Secondly, innovation. Throughout our chapter's history, we have delivered many successful events that aim to develop student attendees to become better workplace leaders. However, what really differentiates this year's program is the way we have attempted to reimagine our past inclusive leadership program to construct an improved event format. And this led to our three-stage extended program and an unrivaled program filled with practical industry collaboration. And finally, impact. This year, we really focused on delivering an event and a program which not only fosters inclusive leadership skills to our student attendees, but also we wanted to create an event that creates a real impact to our participating industry and professional partners, and also to the wider Australian businesses.
In our abstract, we outlined a number of quantitative and qualitative metrics to measure the success of this initiative. Firstly, we aimed for 20 participating prospective members, which is a 60% increase from our actual amount of attendees in the 2022 D&I program. Further, we restricted our budget for this event to $850 so that it is achievable for other BAP chapters aiming to recreate the event. In addition, we aim to catapult our professional impact as a chapter by maximizing learning opportunities for all students in the field of D&I. Also, by implementing a practical case competition alongside industry representatives, this will bridge the gap between a mere understanding of this widespread issue versus being able to recognize and overcome such issues of D&I within a work environment. In the first section of our program, we focused on offering an effective learning experience to participants, with the morning being comprised of two main sections. The first was a junior employee panel event, where 5 of our own executive team provided a relatable and pertinent insight into employment in the corporate world. They were especially effective as they not only heralded from a variety of industries, but were able to offer up-to-date reports that benefited the participants greatly. The second section was an interactive research activity focused on successful and failed inclusivity initiatives in Australian firms. This allowed participants to gain understanding and inspiration of what programs are feasible for achieving gender inclusivity and flexible working policies. In addition, there was an aspect of online communication to replicate the challenges faced in the post-COVID working world.
Innovation was entrenched throughout the entirety of the 2023 Inclusive Leadership Program. By responding to the post-event feedback of the 2022 inclusion event, it became apparent that a 2-day event was excessively time-consuming, deterring students from participating. Accordingly, by appropriate reasoning, we condensed our 2023 Inclusive Leadership Program into a 1-day event, increasing accessibility to those students who have to travel long distances, have weekend work commitments, or are otherwise unable to designate an entire weekend for such an event. Also, in maintaining that ingrained focus on innovation, we sought to involve the industry representatives throughout the preparation process of the case competition, as opposed to merely judging the event. In doing so, this better equipped the student groups to better grasp the practicalities of their innovative solutions, whilst receiving advice from the perspective of an industry representative who was likely confronted similar issues of D&I in their own careers. In a further attempt to maximize the impact and participation of this event, we reconstructed our post-event procedures by implementing a mentorship program for the winning group and acknowledged best speakers. However, as a team, we underestimated the difficulties of arranging such a program in light of the fact that each student has varying career aspirations, coupled with the time constraints of industry representatives. As a result, our initial idea of an intensive mentorship program immediately following the event fell through. Hence, we have sought to respond and reconstruct our mentorship program accordingly by attempting to facilitate long-term mentorship relationships with groups of prospective students, as opposed to a one-off session with an individual student. So, looking back at our metrics, how did we perform in this event? We exceeded our expectations in areas of student attendance, professional impact, and our allocation of funds.
To give a summary of our outcomes, let's begin with the registration and attendees. In 2023, we managed an attendance of more than 50 students, which is more than 4 times the number of attendees in 2022 and twice our target for 2023. Likewise, with over 175 registrations, it is clear that our event received the traction our society has been longing for. On a monetary level, the event was under budget as the only expense was catering. We decided on prizes instead of cash, which included mentoring and networking opportunities being offered to finalists. In the area of professional and industry relationships, on the day we had a ratio of 1:6 of professional representatives to attendees to maximize impact. We had the representatives each working with a team to develop their case, which allowed attendees to develop a relationship with them and learn from their experience. We aim to sustain impact with post-event mentoring and engagement. We conducted pre- and post-event surveys to get a better idea of what impact the event had on our attendees. Our surveys showed that 97.6% of attendees wanted to attend another BAP event in the future and thought the event was run well. 73.2% of attendees felt more comfortable with presenting in front of an audience after the event, and 82.9% of attendees enjoyed working with their teams. Based on this data, we can conclude that we had a lasting impact in the areas of personal development for attendees, promotion and development of our BAP chapter, as well as maintaining relationships with professional partners. We had 2 unexpected outcomes before and during the event. Firstly, we had extensive sign-up rates of 175 sign-ups. We overcame this by appropriate filtering of candidates based on their degree major and the reasons why they were interested in attending our event. We ended up with a 50-person event when we were only expecting 20 attendees to show up. To mitigate this, we made larger groups for the collaboration exercise and sourced more panelists and mentors to assist the groups with their case comp preparation. Secondly, we experienced challenges with organising catering for a large number of attendees on Saturday. Our usual caterer became unresponsive to our requests, and so we had to source a last-minute backup. To mitigate this and prepare for the worst, we arrived early to collect our order to ensure there was time to organise an alternative option if that needed to be the case.
So, this is the end of our presentation of the 2023 D&I Case Competition Program. We believe that the key to turn future business leaders into future inclusive business leaders is to expose them to real business issues beyond the balance sheets and companies' strategic operations. We hope that our 2023 program lays the foundation and inspiration for BDR side chapters across the world to replicate our shared vision. Relevance, innovation, and impact. This is what makes Lambda a truly inclusive chapter. Thank you.